Hello, hello. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this. And what are we talking about today? We're talking about being on your own train of thought. Being on your own train of thought. Am I sitting in a train? Can you hear that? Yeah. A bit of a distraction there as I say be on your own train of thought. Thank you. So, what am I talking about? Hey Apu, hey Imran, hey Saeed. Talking about hey Apu. So this is not like the first time that someone's describing life as a train. You have compartments, you have people coming on board, you get off as friends. All of that said and done, I agree. But my thought is a little different. I'm looking at life itself as the train, yes. However, I'm also giving significance to being on that train for yourself, looking outside at what the others are doing, because the others are not passengers on your train, but they are also other trains on the platform. They are other trains on their journey. So look at those people, take inspiration from them, maybe go along, but stick to your tracks, stick to your thoughts, know what you're delivering. Just a thought. And it's not just the train that I'm talking about. I mean, anyone been on a train journey knows we get off stations, we pick up water, juice, books, games to play, cards. But there can be times when you really want to just wait and watch. Sometimes the journey feels very overwhelming. Hey, Gaurav from Delhi. Sharad Bhaiya. So, sometimes the journey begins to feel overwhelming. Yes, those are the speed bumps on the train tracks, definitely. Sometimes there can be accidents, there can be some things, and you might just want to get off and take a look at that train passing by. You just might want to kind of pause and listen. Just pause and understand where you are, how far you've reached. Just look back a little bit and also look ahead at what lies further on. How often do we do that? We're always in a rush to get from one station to the next, one achievement to the next, sometimes even one disappointment to the next. But is that really how life is meant to be? Sometimes it's nice to stop, breathe, observe, and then go on board again. Yeah. Apart from just the train, I have something to give you as well today. I think a train and life is not just the journey, the vehicle, and what it is. I think there's more to it. So are you ready? Let's do this together. We're going to spell train, and I've come up with an acronym for this. T, because obviously you need to pack luggage with you, right? You need to pack things along. So yes, so T stands for trust. Be sure to carry some trust with you as you journey along. Goes a very, very long way. Trust in what? Trust in the journey, trust in yourself, trust in the other trains, and trust in the experiences that life is going to give you. Trust in the times that you would want to get off, trust in the times in knowing when you want to get on board back again. So T stands for trust. Guys, what's after T? R. R, in my understanding, stands for respect. Respect again for yourself, for the other person, for the experiences, and even for the heartbreaks. A. A. A stands for admire. What does admiration have to do with the train journey? A stands for admire. Admire someone, have someone as your role model. Have someone that you look up to. Have someone who has been there, done that, and someone that can guide you, that can handhold you to where you want to be. And don't just count on only them to take you there. Make them as your, follow them, shadow them as a draft in terms of what you want to create for yourself. A stands for admire. I stands for improve. Now, what do I mean by improve? Improve yourself every day. The only competition you need to have is with yourself. The only person you need to be better than is who you were yesterday or in the moment before. So I improve. Improve yourself, upgrade yourself. Wherever you feel you're stagnating, take yourself a level higher. It can be in anything, in terms of health, in terms of wealth, in terms of resources, in terms of relationships. Improve yourself. Do not stagnate. Last but not the least is N. N is notice. Be aware. Notice the things around you. Notice people who are traveling with you. Notice what's going on the station. Yes, and keep traveling and discovering. You bet. So notice what is around you, what's going on, not just on the outside, but also on the inside. Sometimes people are there with you on the journey, or there are trains going by beside you, but you never know what's going on in that person's mind. You never know whether they're in a good place or in a bad place, whether they're competing with you or they're encouraging you or they're cheerleading you. You really don't know what's going on in a person's mind. So being aware and noticing how a person's behaving, how they're looking, what their tone of voice is, the little giveaways. When you notice, notice what needs to improve. Do that. Not just, and we're so great at noticing what others are doing. I mean, we're just so great at giving others advice. But I think the journey is definitely worth it when you notice what you are doing for yourself, for the others, and within. Yes. So always stop for a bit and admire your work and the journey. It is motivating, definitely. So, and the train is always on its tracks. So right from notice, we go back and loop, go back to trust. So it's trust, respect, admire, improve, notice, trust, respect, admire, improve, notice, trust, respect, admire, improve, notice, and keep looping. That's the only way you enjoy the journey. That's the only way you have rhythm. That's the only way. Keep smiling, keep shining, and I see you tomorrow. And yes, the destination is never the same for two trains. I agree. That's why it's called you, your life journey. That's why you are the train. It's your journey, it's your life. And it shouldn't be the same for two trains. Trust me, it shouldn't be the same for two trains. Every train has its own destination. Every train has its own point of view. And every train requires and deserves the respect that it has. So, thank you so much for being on this journey with me and connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so much. Keep shining, keep smiling, and I see you tomorrow.